Let's in the meantime, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amita Vadva. First up, we talk about what has been the buzz over the Times Now summit that is currently underway in the national capital. And the headlines that we are picking up from this very summit is this face-off over the Pakistan mediator part. As Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju has spoken on the Dalal remarks supposedly has been made during the all-party meeting that happened, and after External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, Union Minister Rijiju has now drawn the red line, saying that the Pakistan issue came up multiple times in the meeting, saying that the External Affairs Minister has already made a statement and says that it is clear that India, being a big country, being a respectable country, cannot be used by anyone.
So you think Pakistan is doing dalali by doing mediation?
Well, if I say beyond that, it may not sound nice, because I had summarized the meeting briefly at the end of the meeting. But what transpired in the meeting may not be wise for me to tell you which minister and which member said what.
So let me ask you, when the opposition makes a charge that Pakistan, a much smaller country, is taking a central position in resolving the West Asia crisis, has India been caught out by not being able to engage both sides, and therefore it has become a bystander? How do you respond to that charge by the opposition?
See, I will make a very specific reference so that the query is addressed. If our ships are passing through Strait of Hormuz, some ships have already passed through and rest are likely to be very soon. If it has happened, how did it happen? If India has not maintained a good relationship with Iran or the other Gulf countries, how did all these ships pass through? That shows the position of India. India is one of the few countries who could speak to all parties. Our Prime Minister had got a call from US President. Our Prime Minister spoke to Israeli Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister spoke to Iranian President. Our Prime Minister spoke to all the head of the government of the Gulf countries repeatedly. Not one round, second round, beyond. There are very few leaders in the world who could do that. That is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So, as I said, if I say beyond all those things, it will amount to a policy statement which I don't want to make, because the situation is quite critical and very dynamic. So I will not comment on the policy matter, but I can say that despite this crisis, India is able to make itself ready for any situation because of a visionary, decisive leadership we have. And if you see in past 11.5 years, 6 years is almost in conflict. So never before any government in India had faced this kind of critical situation what we are facing. So the COVID, the Russia-Ukraine crisis, the crisis in West Asia, Israel, Gaza, and then this West Asia, Iran, Israel, US. So the situation which we are witnessing one after another is very challenging.
Well, Mohit, good afternoon. You know, what the Union Minister said stems from the very same message that the Prime Minister has said in the Parliament, that at the time of crisis, the country needs to stand united, including the opposition.
Well, yes, in fact, and that should be the message that, yes, there is a global energy crisis due to the West Asia war, and India is not untouched of it. We know for a fact that how there are concerns over our energy sector. We know that how the LPG situation is worrisome when it comes to the fuel situation. As of now, we are comfortably placed, but then if the war goes on for a longer time, then we have to diversify our energy imports and how exactly we are going to get the energy. So that is where the government has been saying that we need to be together, and it's a tactical diplomatic approach that is being taken by the government. Now, yesterday in the all-party meeting, Vikram Misri, the Foreign Secretary, gave a presentation, and clearly the message was loud and clear from the government, S. Jaishankar, when he said that we are not a Dalal nation. That is, we are not a broker like Pakistan, and Pakistan has been used by United States since past many decades, and we are not like that. We will put forward that our nation interest first. Our diplomacy will be based on that how exactly we can have benefit for people of our country. Nation first, people first would be our diplomacy, and that is where the government has said that at this time of crisis, everybody has to be together, be it the opposition or the people on the ground. They do not need to panic. But what we see is that politics on this particular issue, that yes, after yesterday's all-party meeting regarding the West Asia crisis, the opposition parties, they have raised questions saying that many of their questions still remain unanswered.
At its nature is something that what we are looking at is actually on a rarer side. Why do we say that? Because during the time of conflict that we are looking at and the escalation, India is a friendly nation to all of the countries that are involved. Now, as Mohit continues to be with us, we also talk about what